Painted Smiles. Part 1. A Parade of Shadows. Every 10 years, Elmridge erupted in color and laughter. The Painted Smiles. Parade was the town's claim to fame. Streets lined with paper streamers. Face-painted children skipped past food stalls, and adults, cloaked in nostalgia, applauded the performers. But behind the cheery mask, something darker festered. This year, the air carried an uneasy edge. Tara Michaels, the town's reserved librarian, felt it in her bones. The laughter seemed forced, the colors too bright, almost mocking. Her unease grew when she reviewed archived newspapers to prepare the historical exhibit for the event. Tara noticed a pattern. Every decade, on the night of the parade, obituaries increased. Some were dismissed as accidents. Others, missing person, reports that fizzled out. The common thread: children, lost, forgotten, or chalked up to tragic runaways. Each paper bore a photo of the parade, and in every one, the clown named Chuckles grinned back. His costume never changed. A faded red suit, white gloves, cracked yellow shoes. But it was his face that chilled her. Not the painted grin, but the eyes. Black, flat, and bottomless. They stared from every photo like stains on her vision. Part 2. A Janitor's Tale. Tara visited Owen Granger, the school janitor with the permanent look of someone who had seen too much. 10 years ago, his niece Sarah vanished during the parade. People offered their sympathies, but they looked the other way when the investigation turned up nothing. "You've seen him, haven't you?" Tara asked. Owen's hand trembled as he sipped his coffee. Chuckles. "I saw him up close." He bent down to hand Sarah a balloon. She laughed, and then she was gone, like she stepped out of existence. He led Tara to his basement, candle stubs, chalk circles, and a wall covered in clippings. Chuckles was older than the town itself. Before Elmridge was a town, Owen said. This was a stop for Grimaldi's traveling show, burned down in 1895. Chuckles was their main act. But he wasn't a man. Not really. They found a journal from Jonah Grimaldi, the ringmaster. Scrawled across the final page was a desperate plea. He promised us fame, but he feeds on joy turned sour. He is a clown of sorrow, a parasite. Part 3. Lexi's Fury. Lexi Harper was 17 and furious. Her little brother Max was the third child to vanish in the last week. Everyone assumed he'd run off, but Lexi knew better. She confronted Tara and Owen after overhearing them talk in the library. "You think this clown took him? I want in." Tara hesitated. Owen didn't. "You might not like what we find." Together they unearthed more. Old photos. Children frozen mid-laugh, never seen again. Footage from a home video decades ago where Chuckles twitched unnaturally, like his limbs didn't obey the laws of motion. They learned of the ritual of unmasking, hidden in a coded passage from Grimaldi's journal. It needed the blood of one who had suffered loss, a reflection of the clown, the name of the original act that bound him. Owen had the blood. Lexi had the rage. Tara found the name, Painted Smiles. Part 4. The Parade. Begins October 31st. The town square bustled. Chuckles, true to form, led the march, juggling and laughing. Tara, Owen, and Lexi followed, weaving through crowds. They watched him closely. He never blinked. He never sweat, and children gravitated to him like moths. Lexi distracted him, challenging him to a dance-off. Chuckles obliged, twisting his body like rubber. But Lexi led him near the old funhouse mirror, placed there by Owen earlier. Tara stood by with the journal and the ritual ready. As Chuckles caught sight of his reflection, he recoiled, his painted grin split further. He screamed in an inhuman pitch. Owen stepped forward and cut his palm. Blood sizzled as it hit the mirror. Tara recited, "He who laughs on stolen joy, return to ash, reveal thy ploy. Painted mask no longer whole, release the children, return their souls." Chuckles staggered, his body convulsed. Screams poured from his mouth, and then a sound like wind through broken glass. He collapsed into a pile of fabric and soot. Children began emerging from the woods, dirty, crying, confused. Max among them. Party 5, the calm. The town declared the parade forever canceled. The mayor commended Tara, Owen, and Lexi. The town moved on, as small towns do, sweeping horror beneath tidy lawns and smiling storefronts. Lexi returned to school. Tara resumed her quiet library hours. Owen stopped drinking, but peace never lasts. Part 6, Echoes of Laughter Weeks. Later, Tara found a drawer slightly ajar. Inside, a red rubber nose. Not plastic. It pulsed like a beating heart. She threw it into the fireplace. It squealed. That night, Lexi's little sister drew a picture. "Who's that?" Lexi asked. "My new friend," her sister chirped. "He's funny. He tells me jokes." The drawing was crude, but unmistakable. A clown with black eyes. At that same moment, Owen was brushing his teeth. In the mirror, he noticed a streak of white across his cheek. Makeup. He scrubbed. It didn't come off. He began to laugh. Epilogue. The mask. Juice's Chuckles was never a man. He was a hunger, a spirit, a mask. They didn't destroy him. They only freed him. He needs a host, and one of them has already begun to smile.